Yo, what's happening, y'all? This is B Jizzle of the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Welcome to the number one LA Clipper podcast out there. We want to first give you guys a shout out, LA Clipper fan, LA Clipper Nations, for being here. Share this podcast with your family and friends. They will not be disappointed, but let's get it popping.
Pull up in motorcades. I got a show today. It's all I'm trying to do. Hustle and motivate. Choppers to throw away. Hustle the overweight. That's why they follow me, huh? They think I know the way. Cause I took control of things. Ballin' the solo way. And if you pattern my trend, I make you my protege. Slossing that soldier race. Niggas don't know them days. Take you in back of the buildings. Make you expose your rage. Take you across the tracks. Make you explode the face. Now you official now. But you got a soul to say. I just been cooking that new. I'm about to drop in a few. Think if I call it the great, the people gon' call it the truth. I ain't really trip on the credit. I just paid all of my dues. I just respected the game. Now my name all in the news. Tripping on all of my moves. Quote me on this, got a lot more to prove. Remember I came in this bitch, fresh out the county with nothing to lose.
For nothing, no. Wanna count on you, but I don't do this shit for nothing. No, not at all. You, but my money ring, that you do. Oh yeah, so I don't do this shit for nothing.
Rolling up some good, going up till we get faded. You know how we do it. Everybody take a flex on me. I got the keys to the city. I don't need no limousine. I turn up when I pull up and tell my booking agent book a show. Running around with the paper bag, running around with the paper bag. Going crazy spending all this cash. Going crazy spending all this cash. If I spend it, I'ma get it back. Even when I ride around dirty, a nigga don't need a seatbelt. A nigga don't need a seatbelt. Nah, it don't cost to keep it real. Run up, get done up. Shit can get real. Fuck around and get your ass rocked. Nigga, fuck around and take your shit. Got you asking God why. Drag your ass into an alley. Pull out aim for the target. Should've never been around the killers. In my town with the fucking realest. No cheddar bobs round here. I get the spray and they gon' get down. Ski mask over my face. Catch a body in broad day. Catch a body in broad day.
I got the key to the city. I got a hold of Shadiddy. Talk to that bitch in Swahili. Tattoo my name in graffiti. Whack out your hood in graffiti. Come through your hood on the weekly. None of y'all niggas can't see me. None of y'all niggas can't see me. Y'all ain't got nothing like this over there. Bunch of frontline millionaires. Bunch of self-made at the Trump pay. Guess the odds really took it there. Any problem, I'ma reappear. With a squad you already fear. All this time I've been playing fair. 7 digits every single year. Niggas die, niggas disappear. Alibis, I was really there. Life a crime till I get the chair. Columbine in my trigger hair. Still I rise and I took the stairs. Feel a fire, it's a different glare. All these fights, it was never fair. Busting knuckles, still I'm swinging fears. Takes the salt inside my dripping tears. You should know I never had a fear. You should know I never had a shot, never had a chance till I took it here. Man, it's proud, but I see it clear. Strategize, I'm an engineer. Pick a side, gotta keep it there. Switching up, nigga, looking weird. I got the key to the city. I got a hold of Shadiddy. Talk to that bitch in Swahili. Tattoo my name in graffiti. Whack out your hood in graffiti. Come through your hood on the weekly. None of y'all niggas can't see me. None of y'all niggas can't see me.
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the Pull Up Show. I'm your host, Mr. BJ Matthews, aka B Jizzle. Before we get started, follow us on the YouTube page, the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. Like, share, subscribe. All of our YouTube videos, hit that like button. Y'all come in here, hit the share, subscribe, hit that Cash App. $ Slick Rick 1991 Son, $ Slick Rick 1991 Son, as well as make sure you guys continue to support the Pull Up Basketball Podcast by going to our Venmo as well at BJ/MATHEWS/1 as our Venmo. And if you guys do not have Venmo, you guys can also get our super stickers and super comments that are available. Very simple. All you guys got to do is hit that little $ symbol right below in the chat box, right where it says thanks, and you guys can show love to the Pull Up Basketball Podcast. And, you know, for the rest of your life, be a membership badge owner. But let's get it popping. All right, we're gonna talk a little bit about tonight's game. I was not planning to go live, but because of the after events, what I just seen and what happened, I was like, you know what the hell? I'm gonna go live with my people and check in with y'all. So comment section, make sure y'all let me know that y'all are in here. You know what I'm saying? Sergio Martino says, Storm and Norman SD represent, my second favorite NBA player after Kawhi. Yes, sir. Storm and Norman is from San Diego, California, went to Lincoln High School. All right, Lincoln High School, Southeast San Diego. Shout out to my man Sergio for that. We got 10 people. We should have over 10 likes. Man, what a great game that we just seen, man. What a high impact game. The Clippers did not prevail. They lost 128 to 134, but I enjoyed the game. I loved how we, clawed and fought back and how we, did not give up. So we have an opportunity now to, get back at it against Houston come Wednesday and Friday. But let's talk a little bit about this whole thing right now with the Clippers and the Thunder. So the Clippers moved to 6-5, their first road loss of the season. Oklahoma City is 9-2, and they're 5-1 at home. All right, let's just get into what I want to talk about. I want to talk about simply that there was a transition that just happened tonight. And that transition is this man on the screen. That's Norman Powell. Ladies and gentlemen, the Clippers are now Norman Powell's team. Right? The Clippers, the LA Clippers are now Norman Powell's team. Is now Norman Powell's team. I'm sorry. I'm going to explain why. I'm going to give all the, analysis that y'all need to really make my point. But after watching tonight's game, even in defeat, even though we lost, I got to go with that notion that Norman Powell is now the best player on the Clippers. Now, of course, that means until Kawhi gets back on the court. But right now, I think it's safe to say Norman Powell is the best player on this team. And it's for a number of reasons. First off, he's leading the team in scoring. Now, I know scoring ain't everything, but we got to go by, he's not just leading the team in scoring, but he's also scoring at a high efficiency. He's averaging 25 points per game, 0.5 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 51% from the field, and 49% from the three, and as well as 86% from the line. He is essentially right now not even a six man. He's an all-star caliber player right now. If the all-star game started today, Norman Powell would be in the all-star game. That's how great and how high of a level this guy's playing with. Alex says, salute BJ, crazy game. Cardiac Clippers, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate you coming in, my brother. Danny Berry Sports Highlights, hit that button. Yes, sir. He said, yo, what's good with you, brother? We're going to get into it, man. I'm not going to even go into the statistics. Y'all saw the game that I saw. Norman Powell is officially the best player on this team. Because he's the most consistent. He hits the biggest shots. Every time he's in the game, the Clippers seem to always take the lead, or they tend to be close into the game. I mean, he's just pretty much playing at a level where you could say he's trying to, try out for another spot, which this is actually a contract year for Norman Powell. People do not know. This is a contract year for Norman Powell. So it's not really a surprise of just how focused he looks and how well he's playing. Now, I'm going to go into the game and tell y'all what I think about some of the other stuff, but I want to get that out there. This is Norman Powell's team officially. But in saying that, let's talk about the game. First off, Oklahoma City Thunder, I made a video about them today, and I said they're a regular season team. They're not a playoff team. Not yet. And the reason why I say that is because I have not seen Oklahoma City in the playoffs yet. They have not seen them prevail. So because of that, I can't put them at that level at this point. East Oakland 9-0. Mac, what's good? Bree J, salute to my man East Oakland. Thank you for the $2 donation, my brother. I appreciate you coming in, bro. Appreciate you with the $2 donation. Appreciate you coming in. But let's get into the numbers. Let's get into the statistics real quick, and we can, get into, the main topic. But we look at the numbers, statistics. Clippers shot 55% to the Thunder's 51%. The Clippers shot 54% from the three to their 39% for Oklahoma City. So they did shoot better. We shot better than them from the field and from the three-point line. We did not shoot better from the free throw line again. Missing a lot of free throws, 69% from the line. For us, 95% for Oklahoma City. Guys, free throws win games. There's two things that win games, free throws and defense. So when you have a lot of these games down the stretch that we're, clanking free throws, watch how, we can end up come up, short in these games. Phoenix, Portland, tonight against Oklahoma City, games that we should be, be able to close out. We coming up short because of the free throws. Free throws we're missing. So obviously that's something that we got to, improve on. Rebounds, we dominated the boards, 47-29. A lot of the offensive rebounds went to us as well. We dominated the boards. We tied them in assists. Now they had 16 steals to our 5. 16 steals. Oklahoma City, if I'm not mistaken, is number 1 in defensive rating this season. So they have been a great defensive team, and watching them in real time and watching their team, I can see why they are where they at on the defensive end. The realist said SGA is a flopper. Man, they give SGA that kind whistle, that's for sure. There's a play, I think Chris Dunn, where he posted up Chris Dunn. He shot that fadeaway, and they called a foul on him. So yeah, SGA definitely gets that kind whistle because that's what stars tend to do. So we had not only they had 16 steals, but we also had 24 turnovers to their 11. So they took care of the ball. Largest lead they had was 20 to our 4. So if you look at the numbers, like the shooting splits, we shot better from them from the field, and we controlled the rebounds, and we evened out with the assists. But where the game kind of slipped away is that we missed free throws down the stretch that we should have made, and the turnovers that we had were costly. And I'm gonna get into the reason why the turnovers once again costed this game. But I got to give some, credit and some love to some people. I got to talk about Derrick Jones Jr. Derrick Jones Jr. shoots 4 for 5 from the three-point line. Right? Derrick Jones Jr. has been shooting the ball very, very well. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was one concern that I had as far as preseason, especially against Golden State. Would he be able to knock down three-point shots? Because playing in the James Harden offense, that's what tends to happen, right? Salute to my man Andre 76. Go follow my man Andre 76, Philadelphia 76er content creator. Go follow that man. DFJ Hoops, right? DFJ Hoops. Go and follow my man DFJ Hoops, my man Andre 76, Philadelphia content creator. All right. So let's get back to the numbers. Derrick Jones, great game from him shooting the block. Hit some knockdown threes as well. Attacked the basket, got some offensive rebounds. They played very aggressive. Played his role, did his job at 20 points. Great game for Derrick Jones Jr. Terrence Mann, 18 minutes tonight. 1 for 3 from the field. 1 for 2 from the 3-point line. 1 for 2 from the free throw. 4 rebounds, 4 points. Ladies and gentlemen, Terrence Mann is, I'm going to be honest with y'all, man, he is slowly falling out the rotation. And this is like the 4th or 5th game that I've seen this man's minutes do not match the starters. Now that you got Norman Powell playing the way he's playing on both ends, it's becoming very, very hard for Terrence Mann to keep his spot. I mean, look at all this. All these guys played 30 minutes except him. He played 18 minutes. And you got guys like Amir Coffey and Chris Dunn playing more than him. So, in watching T-Man, he just, at this point right now, it seemed like he's falling out the rotation. And it seemed like the bench players in Amir Coffey and Chris Dunn are getting those minutes that Terrence Mann would get if those guys weren't, playing. So y'all got to watch out for that. T-Man is having, spurts where he's not even playing. He's not even touching 25 to 30 minutes. So y'all just keep an eye on that. Zubac, 34 minutes, 9 for 12 from the field, 14 rebounds, 22 points. Of course, Zubac had the upper hand tonight with no Chet Holmgren. And I think their other big was out as well. So Zubac had a mismatch a lot in the paint with, Alex Caruso, with Jared Williams, and things of that nature. He had the mismatch for the most part. He took advantage of it. So great to see that from Zubac. Now, again, like with the resistance of no big, that's a matchup you got to take over. So he had 22 points and 14 rebounds, shot 9 for 12 from the field, hit 4 or 6 free throws, but he missed those 2 last in the fourth quarter. Zubac, I think, is like a 70-something% career free throw shooter. So you got to be able to knock down those key buckets down the stretch. But other than that, Zubac is doing what he's supposed to do and playing his role. Now, I want to talk about some of the things that are kind of, again, disappointments. Shout out to Amir Coffey for the 13 points as well, 4 for 8 from the field, 3 for 5 from the 3-point line, 4 assists, and 1 steal in 27 minutes. Again, another great game from Amir Coffey, man. Again, this guy should be in the rotation. He feels, from what I heard in the broadcasting, this is the most confident he has felt as of late. So when you got that confidence mixed with the playing and with the minutes, you're going to see the results that you're seeing. He's currently averaging 9.1 points per game, 2.1 rebounds, 0.6 assists, and 54% field goal shooting. So Amir Coffey is shooting the ball well. He's playing aggressive, even though on defense he had some fouls down the stretch. You can't really help but respect that he's playing up against SGA, who basically look like a man among boys. There have been 2-3 games already that we have lost due to turnovers and free throws. Well, let's get into that. Shout out to my man Monty. Monty said it's definitely Norman Powell's team for sure. He's our best player. He's been our best player for sure. But let's get into the guy that was supposed to be our best player, but he is, once again, continuously showing me that he is not just not playing well, but he's also showing that his impact is slowly, deteriorating. I've been watching game after game with James Harden where he looks like he can be played off the court, damn near a role player. And I know that may be hard for a lot of people to see, speaking on, him being the guy that's supposed to come in and carry the team until Kawhi comes back. But slowly I've been seeing James Harden not even looking like he can be played off the court. Tonight, he had 5 fouls. He had 5 fouls tonight. He had 17 points in 37 minutes. He shot 5 for 15 from the field, 3 for 7 from the 3-point line. Had 4 rebounds. Okay? He had 4 turnovers, or he had 5 turnovers. Another high turnover game for James Harden. Now, usually I wouldn't get on him about this right here, but it's been a constant trend, y'all. It's been a constant trend. We know James Harden is going to fill the stat sheet up because he has the most opportunities with the basketball in his hands. He has the most higher usage rate. He's going to take the majority of the shots, which is ridiculous because yet and still he's still under efficiency. He is shooting 35% from the field, and he's shooting 24% from the 3. Yet he's shooting more shots than Norman Powell, who's shooting 51% from the field, 55% from the field, and 49% from the 3. Norman Powell had 15 shots tonight. James Harden had 15 shots tonight. But yet and still, Norman Powell's in the game. Even in that third quarter, we were losing that lead. We're down by 20 points when we were going through James Harden. Then we started using the Clipper offense, moving the ball, letting other guys touch it. Chris Dunn, Amir Coffey, Norman Powell, right? They had KPJ in the lineup, even though KPJ had some boneheaded plays as well. Ivica Zubac, they were feeding Ivica Zubac. And we got back in the game in that third quarter. But James Harden, yet and still, is turned the ball over in the crucial times. And when he's on the court, the lead seems to thicken, especially against a team like OKC, who's a very, very quality opponent. But I've seen more than times than not, when we try to play through James Harden, the team tends to lose, or we tend to not look like the most swifter team. Let's revisit. First game against Phoenix, James Harden has 28 points. Everybody was saying James Harden played well. He shot 10 for 30 from the field. Missed a game-winning layup, trying to force a shot, right? Turns the ball over, misses a free throw at the end, all in the fourth quarter and in overtime. Okay, you give him, a sure pass as the first game. Game against Portland. Norman Powell's coming off a curl. James Harden's throwing the ball out of bounds. Instead of giving the ball to Norman Powell off the curl to take the last shot, what does he do? He forces the ball, force feeds it into Ivica Zubac, and DeAndre intercepts it. That's another sequence. We play Phoenix again. Phoenix, outside of that third quarter where they made, I think, 21 shots in a row. Right? James Harden takes the most shots against the Phoenix Suns yet again. And we lose that game. Fast forward to tonight. James Harden, 5 for 15 from the field. Norman Powell, 10 for 15. Started off the game slow, but had 26 points in the second half. Or, I'm sorry, 28 points in the second half. But yet, he seems to still get the less majority of shots. Zubac taking 12 shots again tonight. But as y'all saw in the third quarter, we can feed Zubac the ball, but guess who wasn't on the court? James Harden. My point is, and my issue is that people are not talking about how James Harden's been shooting so bad from the field, how he's turned the rock over, how he's taking the ball out of Norman Powell's hands and Ivica Zubac's hands, and settling for these long-ass three-point shots, where his efficiency is god-awful. Nobody wants to bring that up. Why is nobody bringing up the turnovers that he's averaging? Monty, I'm gonna give Monty a point here. Y'all was killing Russell Westbrook over these damn turnovers. Y'all would kill Russell Westbrook for 3, and I'm not even a Westbrook fan like that. But y'all would kill him for having 2-3 turnovers. This guy is turning the ball over not only throughout he's turning over in the clutch, and he's missing free throws. And he's taking the ball out of the best player's hands who has the game on the line. He is shot chucking. He's taking the ball. He's just shooting threes. He can't create no separation. He can't get past nobody outside of, spot possessions in the game. But yet he's shooting the most shots. Shooting 36% from the field. Y'all used to kill PG for that, for shit like that. Oh, he got to be more consistent. He got to be able to shoot the ball better. What do y'all call 36%? What do y'all call 25%? This man got all the defense around him. He got all the lob threats. He got all the options. He got a Norman Powell right beside him to give the ball to. This dude should not be shooting that bad from the field. He should not be that fatigued. He should not be that tired. He should not be missing free throws down the clutch. He has all the help he needs around him. Now, I give him credit. At the very beginning of the season against Denver, against Golden State, he seemed to be playing through Zubac. Even last year, he was playing through Zubac. But now it seems like to me, he's starting to see that Norman Powell is becoming slowly the best player and the best option. And I'm not so sure if he likes that. Think about it. How is a guy who y'all considered a point guard, Omar says, salute, BJ. I agree with your assessment on James Harden. It's just the truth. And I've been keeping my cool, and I ain't really been saying nothing about it. But nobody's mentioning just how bad he's shooting from the field, how much he's turned the rock over, how he's taking the ball out of the player's hands who should have the ball in his hands. He's the point guard, yet he's shooting more shots than anybody on the team. That's a problem. And it's the same. I've seen this 3-4 times this season where we go through James Harden through the clutch, or we play through him and we tend to lose every single game. He takes the majority of the shots. But tonight, I saw we caught back up into the game when we started playing the Clipper offense, sharing the ball, feeding Zubac, feeding Norman Powell. And that was when James Harden was simply on the bench. He is looking more and more like a role player. I just think it's just simply he can't do it no more. He cannot carry a team. Salute, Bruce. I don't want to hear nothing about we needed Kawhi tonight. Y'all telling me this team is this, that, and the other. We beat OKC last year. OKC is not this dominant team. They were missing Chet Holmgren tonight. They were missing another big tonight. We could have beat OKC tonight. Alex, do you think this will continue? James Harden playing like this when Kawhi comes back? I'm telling you, I think James Harden is going to have no choice but to become a role player, because he's not going to be the best scorer. He's not going to be the best scorer. That's Norman Powell. And if they're smart, if it's Zubac and then Kawhi Leonard in the season in the playoffs, so it's not going to be enough opportunity for James Harden to be the scorer like that. If he's not drawing fouls or his 3-point shot ain't falling, he is pretty much non-existent. And when you deal with a scrappy, fast, up and pace team like OKC, you saw how he looked a little bit rattled. Now, I will give OKC this. They did trap James Harden to take the ball out of his hands. But in that case, you shouldn't be having the same amount of shots as everybody else. And I'm just not talking about tonight, though. I'm talking about a multiple amount of games where this man's been inefficient. He ain't been shooting the rock well. And he's been turning the rock over even without having to be double teamed. Now let's talk about the guy who deserves his flowers and the guy that deserves to be the best, to be the number one option on the team, and that's Norman Powell. Yo, Norman Powell, man, this guy has been on another level right now. The way that he's playing, like I just mentioned, earlier, he is playing like he's an all-star. He's not even playing like a six man. Every game, he has had 11 straight games when he scored 20 points or more. If we look at all his games right now, he's averaging 25 points per game, 3.4 rebounds, 2.4 assists, and 51% from the field. In his last 11 games, this is his statistics: 31 points, 24 points, 31 points, 26 points, 23 points, 24, 23, 30, 20, 37. Outside of the Phoenix game where he shot 5 for 16, he's been shooting over 50% out of most of his games, and he's been shooting like over 50%, close over 40% in like 2 out of the last 10 games. Just ultimately just been dominant, been consistent, been shooting good high quality shots, been hitting buckets that we need. A lot of stuff that really just went in about Norman Powell. I love what I'm seeing from him. He's confident. There was a play where he caught the ball on the baseline and like falling like out of bounds, where I think it was the buzzer beat at the third quarter. Right. So he's just a person that just continuously has gotten better, man. I'm very, very, very pleased by what I'm seeing from Norman Powell. Right. I'm very pleased by what I'm seeing from him. The work you guys can see, his shot. I think, like I said, every shot like he shoots is pretty like it's going in. He's playing under control. He's playing confident. He's getting the opportunities to score. This, that, and the other. This shot right here. Swish. Come on, man. That shit looking like Kobe a little bit. That's some shit Kobe would shoot back in the day. Falling out of bounds and shoots a long range 3-point shot. Sidestep 3. Beautiful shot. Catch and shoot 3. Big shot right there in the fourth quarter down the stretch. Now, Norman Powell fouled out with a minute left in the fourth, and that's when, of course, the game was over. I didn't know the Clippers didn't have the offense. This was crazy. That was a crazy ass up and under shot right there. The creativity, the versatility that he had, just all in all, man, just a great game for Norman Powell. And it is what it is. What's up, Why? He said, disappointing loss, but Clips turned the ball over 24 times with 16 of those being live ball turnovers. Well, yeah, not taking care of the rock. But that also is credit to OKC's defense. They're one of the top defenses in the league, or their number one defense in the league. So, OKC's a talented squad, man. Like, SGA, regardless if you want to talk about, we get to he gets to the line. I mean, James Harden and Norman Powell do the same exact thing. They have high IQ, so that's the game right there. They get their numbers by getting to that line. So I got to give those guys credit. Jalen Williams is a great piece. I love how he plays with such freedom. He's a great complementary piece to SGA. Solid defender, not an elite, but solid. Gives effort. You know what I'm saying? Has quick hands, quick feet. Try to guard Norman Powell, but Norman Powell pretty much shows like he's just on another level right now. He's on a contract year as well. So yeah. Big Dog Talk Sports. What's good, bro? How you doing? Let me see if anybody else got something to say. He said, "BJ Trust, I'm not worried about OKC. We could beat in a series, especially Kawhi." Yeah, I mean, if Kawhi's there, I feel like we can beat anybody. I feel like we can beat anybody with Kawhi there. because he's a guy that's the guy that closes these games out and gets those quality stops. So I believe in Kawhi when he comes back. But I just dropped the link for y'all, man. If y'all want to come in here, drop the link. We got two tough games against Houston in the next couple of days. So gotta get ready for that. Houston is I think they're ahead of us in the standing. They're 7-4. So yeah, they're we got them next. Iris Lee said, Beach, I agree with you about 100% about Harden. Yeah, man, I get you want to quote unquote get your numbers, but first off, you're not feeding Zoo the ball enough. And number two, Norman Powell is the more efficient hot scorer right now. So what you should be focused on is simply defense, assisting and playmaking the ball, and hitting and making some 3-point shots off of ball movement, off of catch and shoots. That's where most of your shots should be coming from. He said Kawhi used to be that guy. Okay. Okay. If you say so. Got 26 people, which have over 26 likes. If I want to come in here, man. He said, man, definitely look different lately. Yeah, man. He looks like he look like I won't say he don't feel like he can play. I just think that right now you got a guy Norman Powell who's doing stuff that you know I don't think a lot of us expected. I mean, offensively, you knew he was gonna get more opportunities to score, but he's playing relentless on defense as well. So when you got a guy like that and he's playing Terrence Mann's position, and then here comes Amir Coffin, here comes Chris Dunn, here comes KPJ, all these other guards / wings on the court, that's going to limit Terrence Mann's minutes, who really doesn't do nothing spectacular other than, play defense on some, key matchups, but he's not really elite at anything. He's just good at a lot of things. He's just good at some things. Like he's good at rebounding, he's good at, transitioning to the basket. He's a good athlete, but he's not elite really anything. That's why I think he's falling in the trap. Norman Powell's an elite scorer. Chris Dunn's an elite defender. You know what I mean? So that's where things kind of fall apart for him. But we'll see what happens. Maddox said, BJ, this is a Mavs fan. He's scared. He knows Kawhi is good. We would have beat the Mavs in 5 last year. Man, I ain't worried about them, man. The Mavs, they already know what it is, man. That's why they over here. But you gotta drop any more questions, let me know. I have to get on here after that game. Chico Johnson said OKC had to stop the Clipper hype. Clipper Nation started talking a little too much as if they're like that. Man, Dallas, once again, man, like, just check Kawhi and Luka's matchups. Just check those matchups out between those two, man, and that'll be your answer. I already did that screenshot a while back where I compared Kawhi and Luka's stats and head-to-head matchups and stuff. I was like, this is not even a matchup. See. Check some more comments. Trying to see. He said there's been 3 games already that we have lost to the. Oh, I read that one. Yeah. Yeah, turnovers have been hurting us, man. Turnovers been. That's the name of the game. Turnovers and free throws. Like once you do those things that are high, like make a lot of turnovers and miss a lot of free throws. we are tending to shoot ourselves in our own foot. Now people keep saying, "Well, we almost did this, we almost did that, we almost won, we should have done this." I'm telling y'all, man, when we keep getting in these situations where you have to close these games, I'm not as confident. Right outside of Norman Powell, I think that's our best closer. I don't think we have a consistent closer. Right, Oklahoma City, y'all can see they do it by committee, but SGA is their closer because he's going to either get to the line or he's going to make those key buckets down the stretch, in the midi. It might make a, occasional 3, but he's going to get something out of his possession. Either it's going to be a foul, it's going to be a 2-point shot, or it's going to be a 3. That's what he's going to get out that possession. So that's the closer that they have. What did SGA have tonight? I think he had like 45. Make sure I got this right. What did SGA have? Yeah, 45 tonight. Let me make sure I got this right. Yep, 45, 13 for 21 from the field, 15 for 16 from the line, man. So he made a third of his points at the free throw line, SGA. That's what he did. He made a third of his points from the free throw line. But, that's how it is, man. If you could take advantage of the rules, man, like, getting fouls called for you in your favor and, making people, grab you and hook you and all that stuff, man, and you got something going. You got something brewing. So, shout out to SGA for, taking over the rules. You say, I know Luka was dropping 40 every game against the so-called 3 elite D and the Clippers team. Easy work. Okay, well, how much was Kawhi dropping? Not only how much was he dropping, but what was he doing on the other side? Because I recall Game 6 where Luka was inefficient, and that's the game Kawhi was assigned to guard him. And I remember Kawhi dropping 45 points and Luka missing a gang of free throws. That's what I recall. That's what I recall. And then when Kawhi has his back turned, i.e., misses a playoff series and doesn't look like himself, now Luka wants to, pump his chest and talk shit and front run and all that stuff when, guy has his back turned. Typical Luka gets to the finals, gets annihilated, crying for every call on defense. Telling y'all, man, Mavs' opportunity win was last year. That ain't happening no more. Teams are healthy, right? They're ready to go. You know what I'm saying? So Mavs, that shit that y'all seen last year, that's what you call a one-hit wonder. That's what you call a one-hit wonder. How you gonna get to the finals and not finish the job? He said, have the Clippers made it to the finals? Yep. Nope. No, Kawhi did, though. This is a Kawhi and Luka conversation. See, Kawhi would have finished that job. He would have, if Kawhi had a chance to face Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum in the finals, he would have finished that job. Kawhi had a chance to beat the Warriors, the same Warriors team that you lost to a few years back. Kawhi beat that team with Toronto in the finals. See, those teams that Luka loses to, Kawhi would have finished the job. That's why this whole discussion between Kawhi and Luka is laughable to me. But I digress. If y'all want to come in here, drop the link. If not, I'm going to go ahead and shut the live down. Because, yeah, this is a late one for me. It's a very late live. What would y'all think about tonight's game? What would y'all analysis? Love to hear what y'all have to say. Don't know why folks come on here to check and monitor how fans react to their team. That's because, well, they might like the podcast as one, but number two, they concerned about what somebody else is doing. So it's a mixture. I respect it, and yeah. But they all think that Norman Powell is now the leader of this team. Y'all think he's the best player on the Clippers. I was waiting to see if I was about to make that discussion, but yeah, I think it's definitely his squad. At least until Kawhi gets back on the court. Because I look at more so your impact and how you impact winning if you're the best player. Clay played through most of that series, Chico. Toronto had one in superstar and Kawhi. Even if Golden State lost KD, they have multiple. Thank you. Like I told y'all, they love to pull out this whole Klay Thompson was hurt, man. That man played 4.5 out of 6 games. He played 4.5 out of 6 games. The first 4 games that they played, whatchamacallit, they were down 3-1. Talking about the Warriors, they were down 3-1. So no, Klay Thompson was on the court and they were still losing. Now, if you want to bring Kevin Durant's name into it, that's fine. But I got 2 problems with that. One is y'all the same ones that say that y'all need Kevin Durant on the court. You know what I'm saying? They won without Kevin Durant, but when y'all lose without Kevin Durant, y'all want to pull out your back pocket. And another thing too is just 2 years before Kevin Durant got hurt, Kawhi Leonard got hurt. And it was off of a dirty play, a dirty closeout by their center, Zaza Pachulia, who purposely tried to take Kawhi out the game. So my thing is, an eye for an eye. Kawhi got his get back. So, they're even. Jeremy says Clippers are trash. Well, if they're trash, why are you here? Oh, you a Laker fan. That's why. How you enjoying that arena? That old ass, arena has no style. It just seems dead in there. Y'all, they changed the name from Staples Center to Crypto. Don't even feel like the same type of vibe as it did it before in the past. Now, Intuit Dome, that's a place to come to if you are an NBA fan. We got a basketball court outside. We got state-of-the-art locker rooms, state-of-the-art facilities. The floor is everything is brand new. You ain't got to get up to get your own food, all that. Laker fans I've even seen try to come into the arena. They love being around. I think the Laker fans are just a little bit sad that we left their arena. They're not getting rent from us no more. Y'all miss us, man. Y'all miss us. Y'all miss y'all co-pilot. Because we ain't coming back to the crypto. We good. We good where we at. We got the We got the state of the art Intuit Dome, the best arena in the nation. Jarrell Franklin says salute BJ Clippers solid year. Yeah, they solid. They've been solid the whole time, man. It just comes down to one guy being healthy. He said, I wouldn't be surprised if we lost 2 of the next 3 games if this keeps happening. Turnovers, free throws, and lack of inconsistent offense. Yeah, man. Houston is a good team. They're solid. They're well coached. They got a mixture of experience, toughness, and young talent. Of course, they got Fred VanVleet. They got Dylan Brooks. They got Alex Sengun. I think isn't Sengun, is he healthy? That guy's a beast inside the paint with his post game. You know what I'm saying? Alex Sengun's a problem. So they got a lot of stuff to look forward to. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're going to have to be ready for Houston coming up in these next few days. He said, "Bro, why was Zoo playing so soft in the first half? That was the difference in the game." I don't think it was. I mean, we got back in the game though, Deuce. We got right back into in the third quarter. They started feeding him. I think we got back in the game. So yeah, he got like 12 shots tonight, but I think a lot of that to do with James Harden having the ball. When he's pounding the ball and having decision making is what he want to do with it. Players get caught standing around. He said, BJ, think it's the Clippers Celtics in the NBA Finals. What you think about that series? The Clippers will win. Kawhi's not losing to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, man. That has not happened. That has not happened. Y'all saw what happened the last time we played them, right? I saw what happened last year when we went to Boston, right? So yeah, that's your answer. Dude said we would never been down if Zoo was aggressive and playing strong like he was in the second. I mean, I see your point, Deuce, but I also see them not giving them the ball enough. And kind of just waiting for them to shoot and make long distance shots. Fred Hefner said, "We need help. We need help. BJ, it is what it is, bro." Well, well, I don't know what type of help you want. Talking about Kawhi Leonard, I mean, that's going to be a while before he gets back on the court. So we got to find a way to win games without Kawhi. We 6-5 in one game, we're 500, so we're in a good spot. Right, we just got to continually build on that. Excuse me. He said, I admit that Kawhi has hurt a lot. However, it's also true that he is still that dude when healthy. Agreed. He definitely is. When he's healthy, he's a 50, 40, 85 to 90 guy. That's what he is. When it comes to crunch time, he can get a key basket. He can get a key stop. That's what he is. That's what a winner is. He said, "This is me, the only true, bro." Oh, come on, bro. Come on the panel. I just dropped the link. Come on the panel then. You got more than one account then, huh? He said Zoo got benched because he was letting Caruso push him. Yeah, Caruso's a physical defender. Yeah, we should have had that matchup won. You know, especially with them not having Chet Holmgren on the court. Because Chet's the guy that usually kills us. And even SGA is really him. So yeah. What's good, dog?
BJ. I don't know. See, I can't say too much because by the time I caught, I was asleep, so I ain't catch the whole thing, the whole game.
Okay.
I the part I caught up to was with Norman Powell. We tied it up. We got up. I think we got right. Well, I don't think we tied it up, but we got within I think 2 or 1. No, we got within 3. Opposite end of the court, Shea hits a 3, puts it up by 6. So it looked like to me because when I caught it, they were down. I think it was like 80 something to like 58 or some shit like that. I'm like, how is this possible? This is the only problem I'm not seeming to understand. If Norman Powell is doing all the scoring, what's going on? Because he's scoring, but what's going on?
Yeah.
We shouldn't be down in big games like this, and he's giving almost 30 to 40 points.
Man, the Clippers not that good, bro. Just admit it.
Listen, BJ, I've said it over and over. This is what I tried to tell JM the other day, the old man. I'm like, yo, bro, they're not good, bro. But remember, I told you, this roster is Lawrence Frank. This is all him. So again, at some point,
They have
okay,
Chat or iHeart.
what you
Hold
said?
on.
The Clippers are trash.
Mute you, bro. Go ahead, only true. Go ahead.
I keep telling people, yo, it was an interview with DeMarcus Cousins where him and Lou Will pretty much explain, like, if you watch it, BJ, they explain, like, yo, every decision is being made by Lawrence Frank. So when Paul George left, DeMarcus Cousins says Lawrence Frank is on a legendary run. So I'm like, what does he mean by that? Then I'm like, oh, you're just letting talent, yo, even if you look at the bubble season, all of the talent that we had, he let it walk and replaced it with nothing. He's been doing this for a while at this point. He's been letting top tier. Don't get me wrong, Paul George wasn't the best, but I think a lot of these games we would have won if Paul George was still on this roster.
Agreed.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and then
I was against, man. Y'all know, I don't know if you know, I was against Paul George leaving. I said we should have let Harden walk or because he wasn't on contract and kept Paul George.
Yeah, I should let Kawhi walk.
No. Listen, you don't
let Kawhi walk.
You don't let Kawhi walk. I'm gonna tell you why you don't let him walk.
Kawhi only played 2 playoff games the last 5 years.
Hold on, though. But let me explain to you.
Hold on, Jeremy. You gotta wait till I know you new here, and I'm gonna get your shit off. But I gotta let everybody go first, and then you can go.
You don't let a guy like Kawhi walk because if he gets healthy and he goes somewhere else and wins, that's a slap in the face to you. Because now it's he done won there. Now you're stuck in rebuild mode. This is the truth. I think the last person to build a competitive roster, remember, was Doc Rivers. We haven't really been competitive at a top level since he left that front office. Tell you, I've watched Lawrence do this shit year after year after year. And it's like, you're giving these mediocre players, and then you're telling fans everything's gonna be okay. No, like when James Harden goes to the bench, we literally have no scoring outside of Powell. That's why you have to put Powell in the starting lineup. The only thing about Powell is how much longer he's gonna keep this efficiency up. You gotta think about that. He's giving you 20, 30. He ain't gonna keep himself for the duration of the season. We know what we're gonna get with Harden. We're not gonna get much with Harden. We already know that. I already know when Harden comes, Harden wants to be a facilitator for one reason. He can't score at an elite level no more.
Right.
The only problem is with this roster, you can use Norman Powell, but you can't fully hide the flaws of James Harden because everybody can't score at an elite level. I like Kevin Porter. Again, I'm waiting for him to become something. I think he's probably like your only bit of hope outside of Norman Powell. Because if he don't become nothing, you're possibly screwed. Again, I spoke about Terrence Mann to you yesterday. I don't know what he gave tonight. I got to check the stat sheet, but he's not a scorer. So again, I told you these games are being won in the NBA by scoring. It just seems like we just don't have enough scoring, in my opinion. Like some teams we could beat. Then when it comes to top tier talent, it's like we get steamrolled. We can't beat them. I don't know. Zubac being benched. I told you yesterday, BJ. That's not surprising to me. Bamba is the guy that when he comes back, you're gonna see. Okay, now I see what he's talking about with Zubac. He can't space the floor. Again, he still has a hook shot after like 15 years. He hasn't worked on a mid-range game or at least a decent three-point game so he can become a threat from the outside. He just hasn't worked on much. And these guys are coming back every year, the same style of play. And it's like, whoa, what's going on here? What are we doing here? You're not. So again, like I said, I don't know. I don't think this roster is. I like the roster, but I just don't trust it when it comes time to go into the trenches, BJ. That's all I'm gonna say to you, bro. I don't.
Yeah, I feel it. Jeremy Charles, he a Laker fan, so I know he want to get his shit off. What's good, Jeremy?
No, I ain't no Laker fan anymore.
So
I'm an OKC fan. OKC.
Okay. What you got?
No, first of all, I think y'all should have let Kawhi go before Paul George. Because the last 5 years, Kawhi played in 2 playoff games.
He played in more. He's
played in more.
He's only finished one playoff run, but he's played in more games.
So why would you keep a guy that barely plays and then the guy that actually plays?
They could have kept both. I don't know.
They should have paid. They should have paid PG instead of Kawhi. Kawhi, he ain't coming back. I don't understand why y'all delusional think he coming back.
He'll be back. You got to remember, he can't. This is the thing. He had a cleanup procedure. He can't sit out all season for that. Now, when will he be back? I don't know. I'd probably say the earliest, probably like late December, probably January.
So
probably.
You think he been sitting out that long? They're gonna push y'all over the edge.
Say it again.
Yeah, the West ain't that strong, man.
Say it again.
Mid.
I said
the West is mid.
Yeah, the West is mid. I don't believe so. I don't believe. Now I do believe y'all would have won this game if y'all would have used Zubac better, because I think he is pretty good. But
here's the thing: you can't use him no better. Again, when you watch him play, I understand why Magic Johnson on the Lakers got rid of him. He's a hustle big. He's not a scoring big. We don't need hustle. We don't need a hustle big.
I understand. Look, I understand that. I understand that, sir. But the issue is the tallest player on the Thunder team was 6'7" playing center. They had Caruso 6'4" playing center. You tell me he couldn't take advantage of that?
No, because listen to me. I keep telling people, bro, go watch Zubac against any decent/good defender. He looks like shit.
Dude should have had 30.
He looks like shit against decent. Yo, did you see what Dallas did to him last year in the playoffs? Gafford and them whooped his ass on the opposite end because he's not that good. He's another guy I've been lobbying for. Why do we keep paying this guy? Why?
Yeah, I think game one that game one, Zubac dominated.
They
They
did.
fed him. But then after, for some strange reason, I know game two he got in foul trouble.
Mhm.
Game three, he was okay, but really, game one was his coming out party. But he has good post moves. He got a hook shot. He can use either hand. You know, he can go up and under. He can score like he's a big body. And he's efficient. He shot, I think, 9 for 12 tonight. You know, so he does have some good qualities about him. I just think he's not the most sexiest scorer. This most sexiest. He's not a Karl Anthony Towns. He's not a Joel Embiid. He's not a Jokic that can pull away from the basket and shoot middies and shoot threes. He can't. That's not him. He's a
And he should
traditional
have
big.
been. And that's the thing. How many traditional bigs do you see today, BJ? Listen, I don't hate him. I like his game. Yo, listen, when Zubac is on, he's on. But how many more traditional bigs is really in the NBA today?
Not
Every,
many.
not many. Every big can stretch the floor, and they're considered stretch fives at this point. Remember when they had stretch fours when they would come out the paint? The next thing you know, Ryan Anderson was the first stretch four. Well, I ain't gonna say he was the first. I'll probably say Dirk Nowitzki was. I'll probably give him that title. But after a while, the fours started expanding. The threes started coming in, then the fives. I just think I don't know what he works on during the summer, but I like I said, I see the same player every single year, and it's like, what are you working on during the summer, bro? What are you doing?
That's the same thing I say about Terrence Mann as well. What is he doing during the summer?
Listen to me, yo. Listen. BJ will tell you I'm a regular on this channel. I was just arguing. Let me tell you something. I hate Terrence Mann. I was just arguing about him yesterday. Yesterday when I was at work, somebody was telling me, "Oh, he's this and that." No, that dude is horrible. He's one of the worst starters in the league, probably. His efficient rating sucks. I don't even know why we got him in the starting lineup. The extension they gave him was very horrible. They're paying him $18 million a year. This guy can't even score. He can't score. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you who I really like, BJ. You remember when we had Brandon Boston?
I remember him.
Listen to me. That was the guy I told everybody. I said, yo, the leverage they gave Terrence Mann, they should have gave it to him. That kid was, yo, I remember when he played Boston, and I was like, all right, let me see what this young dude could do. I found out the kid is 6'8". Like he was I think they had him playing a 2. He was really a 3. I'm like, yo, see what this kid could do. He can get a shot off. I'm like, yo, he's long, he could dunk, he could run the point. I'm like, yo, this kid got some potential. We didn't develop him. They let him rot on the bench. Yo, when the free agency started and I seen that they wasn't picking up his contract, I was like, yo, again, this is Lawrence Frank shit, man. I was pissed because he had potential. There was a lot of dudes that kind of low-key had potential. The Musa Diabate kid, I wasn't really a big fan of him. But then again, like I said, we didn't really get to develop him to see what he was worth. I like Kobe Brown. But the thing is, a lot of these guys are just sitting on the bench. Tyronn Lue, he's not emptying out the bench to see what he has. That's another thing about him. It's like, see what you got on that bench. I like Amir Coffey, but he's a 3-and-D guy. I wish he would be able to get his own shot off without being a 3-and-D guy. I think he can, but I think he just chooses not to. But Coffey's a pretty good guy. He's like Luke Kennard 2.0 for me, I feel like. But I really like Kobe Brown though. I think Kobe Brown got some potential.
Yeah. Let me go to Robert. Let me see what Robert got to say. What's good, Robert? How you doing, bro?
Salute, BJ. Thank you again for having me on your podcast, fam.
Oh, it's all good, brother. What you got?
I want to say about the game tonight, man. Zubac should have had 30, man. They had a 6'7" center out there, and he missed a few bunnies, and he has some terrible turnovers today. Oh my God, his hands is like peanut butter. Sometimes, bro, like the way he's down there in the paint, man, it's like I don't know if he doesn't get positioned well or what, but he be letting them beat him out the paint and everything, man. And I just want to say the reason why we lost today was Harden, man. Harden, why is he pulling so many shots, BJ? Like, can you answer me? Why is he pulling more shots than Norman Powell? Why is Norman Powell not getting the ball more?
He been doing that, man, for I don't know how many games. Nobody want to call it out. He's out shooting Norman Powell, yet he's shooting like a bad percentage.
And you hit it on the head, BJ. You hit it on the head. You said when Westbrook was doing the same shit, everybody was on his fucking head. But Harden do the same shit, and I don't hear nobody calling him out. But you.
Nobody.
It's ridiculous, man. It really is, man. And you see him when he went out. You see that run we went on with the young guys?
Yeah.
Oh my God, man. It's just sickening to watch, man. To watch Harden play sometimes, man. Just dribble, 24 seconds. You know, I'm so over him, man. I wish there was something we could do to get rid of him.
Here's the thing. Why would you listen to me?
Mm-hmm.
You can't. In my opinion, Harden is still a 2010 guy, 2011 guy. You can't. You don't get rid of a Harden. Can he score like he did in Houston? No, but if we had a decent team, you would really see Harden for what he's worth because he can actually put the ball. I think Harden, like if you watch the Clipper games, Harden tries. He does. He tries to put the ball in everybody's hand, but he understands this nigga's not a scorer. That nigga's not a scorer. So it's like,
you know, I was watching the game and one of the commentators, they were saying that Harden was like fourth with 10 steals and blocks or something like that. That he was the fourth point guard in the league that was averaging that. Or he was, which is crazy, by the way, because I don't know. I just feel like he doesn't play good defense, man. And you seen it tonight with him guarding. What's his name was looking out ready for him. He was like, "Get Harden in front of me," and I'm getting past him every time. Shea was looking at him like chopped cheese, man. It's ridiculous. But you know, I don't know. You know, BJ, that's all I really got, man. You know, I just hope that we can figure out some. You know, KPJ, he had a good game today. I feel like he's getting better each game. I noticed. It's like his confidence is coming back, which is what I want with T-Man, bro. Why T-Man? What is where is this like? It's like, man, I want to go to the game and tell people, like, should we be chanting his name to get his confidence up or something? Like, I don't know.
You listen. You can't. He's not that guy. He's not. You can't. Like,
such a disappointment, man. He's such a disappointment.
And I don't know, man. And this dude is in the starting lineup. That's what makes it even worse. He's a starter. He's a starter. Like, and no one sees nothing wrong with this shit. But fine.
Yeah, BJ, you was talking about that 15 game. I think that's what we should do with T-Man. Like, after that, man, let him go to the bench. Honestly, because I ain't seen nothing out of him. Get Coffee up in there or done. It really, honestly, anybody else.
I'm telling you, if you put Kevin Porter Jr., if you put him in that starting lineup, watch how he cooks. But see, this is the thing with Tyronn Lue. And we've seen it over the last few years. He'll ride the pine until he can't anymore.
Yeah, so he'll ride that bitch.
He'll ride that bitch for months, and it's like, yo, bro, it's not working. It's not working. You can't see that? It's not working. But I don't think this is the roster he wants. I don't even think, to be honest with you, I read a report, an unknown source, but that he hasn't really been happy with roster construction, like the way the roster has been constructed. I don't think this is what he wants to work with, but I think he has no choice. I don't. Like, I like Kai Jones.
Nothing. Did he even get out there today?
That's another thing. He's not. And here's the thing. This is what's gonna make y'all laugh. You have Kai Jones and you have Derrick Jones Jr. on the same team. Why? They both play the same. One can just score. One can score from behind the arc. The other can't. This is what I'm telling you. Like, we have a bunch of guys on this team. If you really look at this Clipper roster, they all do the same thing. You're gonna be like, damn, these all the same players, just different names.
Thanks.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm know this, man. We can't be acting like Kawhi gonna be Superman come save us, man. Because
I'm not gonna say he's gonna be Superman, but he'll listen. Kawhi's my favorite player.
oh my
At
bad.
this
I mean,
point,
but
no, you cool, bro. Like, listen, I'm not one of them dick riding fans, bro. Like, critique is critique, bro. I critique his ass. He needs to be. Um, you have if you want Kawhi to be efficient. I don't know if you remember what Miami did with Dwayne when they went out and got LeBron and then Bosh. You have to do something like that for him. But see, here's the thing I don't like about Lawrence Frank. You had that opportunity and you let Paul George walk. If you wanted to keep, you should have kept the core together. I personally think they wanted depth, but that's why they let him walk. But what depth do we really have? The bench is horrible. The starting five is not okay. Norman Powell, right? But again, that's why I said none of this playing. I read a report the other day, another one, that they're trying to focus on this summer coming up to get a big name. Who is that big name going to be? It's this gambling mindset, and it's like I don't like it. Like it's this. Oh, it reminds me so much when Carmelo was playing on the Knicks, and they would put a bunch of bullshit around him, and they would just say, "Oh, go compete," and it's like this shit don't work that way. You got to put an adequate roster around these guys, and I don't know. We just got to see. I got to see what the team look like after the trade deadline. Until then, I don't know.
What y'all think about the team being better than the previous teams in the past?
What, like
ooh.
right now?
How do y'all compare this team to the years, like 5 years ago since the bubble?
I feel like
Shit.
this team got more heart though than any of the last. Like, that's just me. I feel like they got more heart, more gritty defense.
I
This is
feel
what
like
they
the
were supposed
bubble.
to be. That when they first came, this is what everybody was saying they was going to be. They was going to be this lockdown team and all da 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 da. And they was not none of that.
I feel like the bubble team was probably the I don't want to say the best, but it was borderline one of the like probably the best that we had because Montrezl Harrell was a dog. We had Marcus Morris. The only problem with that bubble team was were too small. That's why we lost to Denver. We were too little. We just were small. Like so again, that's my personal feelings. The team after that, I wasn't really a big fan of it. The one after that, we remember with the Eric Bledsoe and Justice Winslow, two motherfuckers that couldn't score, that did basically play the same game. I don't know, BJ. I don't, man. Lawrence Frank, man, you gotta get rid of this dude, man. It's all Lawrence's fault, man. You get rid of Lawrence. I'm telling you, we should have got Bob Myers, man. We should have threw the kitchen sink at Bob Myers. I don't know, like I guarantee you, if we would have got Bob Myers, Klay Thompson would be on this roster right now. Like we would have
Yeah.
a good roster. Don't get me wrong. Again, I play a lot of 2K. That's when I realized this roster was gonna be a problem. When I was playing in 2K, and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, this roster is not that good. I'm playing, and then when you face other teams, it's like, oh yeah, I see what's gonna happen this season, and I was correct. I like our record, 6-5, but we should be 7-4 right now. We have to find a way to close out games, but I understand that we don't have enough talent to possibly close out these games. So I don't know. It's again, like I said, I think the bubble team was probably the best team that we had. I truly believe that. Like that bubble team was a damn good team in my opinion. I think the team that made it to the Western Conference Finals was a good team, but I think anything that come after that, throw that shit in the garbage. It wasn't good enough. I'm
Yeah.
just serious. Throw that shit in the garbage. It wasn't good enough. Like even with Kawhi healthy, Kawhi was healthy right now. I don't think this team is going to the finals. Like I'm not gonna say, yo, we're going to the finals. No. Like, yo, Lawrence Frank said it himself. What's that shit he said on the podium? at the not media day. I think it was I think it was media day. He was like, "Oh, come on, guys. I'm gonna be honest. We have to set a ceiling. I have expectations. This team is not championship caliber. But you're the guy that I don't know if he said championship caliber, but he just was like, I know our expectations. So what are you saying? Are you saying you put a garbage roster together, nigga? Is that what you're saying?
Could
And
be.
he still get to keep his job, BJ. Yo, listen, he still get to keep his job, bro. Yo, go look. I'm telling you, BJ, pull this shit up. Go look at all these rosters after the bubble. You're gonna be like, nah, these just wasn't. They wasn't championship worthy. It wasn't.
Yeah, man. We're gonna have to wait and see, man, what happens down the stretch.
Yeah.
So what y'all think we're gonna place this year?
What in the standings?
Yeah.
We number what right now? I think
We were like 6 or 7, right? Or is it my tripping?
We are right now. Let me pull it up.
We probably went down after that loss, right?
Let me pull up the standings. Ooh, because everybody's kind of bunched up right now. So,
okay.
Yeah. Because I know we were 7th going into this game.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 9th.
I would say
If Ty Lue can fucking coach, yeah.
probably 5th or 6th. And that's being nice. I say that I won't push them down too further, but I say
I'm gonna
about
say like
6
7th
seed.
or 8th for sure.
Oh, you
So
talking
bad.
playing?
Yep, I think we can get to playing at least.
I got us the 4th or 6th seed. When it's all said and done,
Ooh.
I got us in the 4th or 6th seed. 4th to 6th seed.
And that's if
Listen,
Kawhi come back, right?
Yeah, that's one
he
goal.
got to come back. He
Yeah.
I mean, got to.
do,
He only had a cleanup
you,
procedure.
do you guys feel like if like the team just starts fucking up, like Kawhi will be like, "Fuck that, I ain't coming back," like or type shit, or do you think
Absolutely.
like, okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, that's what Kyrie, I mean, Kawhi, that type of motherfucker, man.
Now,
Swear.
I don't. Here's the thing. I think he wants to play. I truly think again because like I told people like BJ will tell you like I work in the OR. You know what I'm saying? So I work in the medical field. I was explaining to them about like a month ago. The more he keeps having cleanup procedures, the more it becomes a problem later on. The thing is,
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a scan, so I can't really give an accurate prognostication on what could be wrong with him. But he keeps having setbacks. My thing is, what is the setbacks? Because about a month ago, he was on target to start during the season. BJ could confirm that. All of a sudden, he had a setback. What's the setback? Why does he keep constantly having setbacks? So it's like, we just got to, I don't know. I expect him to play this season. Again, I don't think he's going to sit out. I think they're just trying to figure out a way how to manage the, I think right now they're trying to figure out, and I can tell you, I can rest assured this is what they're trying to figure out. They're trying to figure out right now how much endurance can the knee handle. So we're at this part of strengthening, right? You got surgery during the summer. You had a cleanup procedure. It's not much. All they're doing is opening up the knee, going in there, draining out the whatever excess fluid is in there, cleaning out the whatever um, tissue fluid that has built it up. Making sure the area is stable, and then pretty much stitching it back up. So it's not like you went through a whole surgical process. But here's the problem. We don't know what he's currently doing now. I mean, you see him walking around the training facility, but you don't see anything else. So I have Twitter. I usually look at Twitter because I don't use social media at all no more. But I look at Twitter just for updates about the Clippers. I've been on for the past 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I haven't seen anything about him. I caught a little glimpse of him walking to the he was at the little shoot around with the guys, but you don't really know what he's doing. So again, I think they're just trying to see how much pressure the Knicks could take. I don't think they're ready to put him out there, but if I could give you a clear target, I probably would say no later than probably like December, January, he'll probably be out there. I don't see this shit lasting all the way to the All-Star break. I don't. Because at that point you can't, because that's damn near playoff time. So you can't just throw him in the fire at playoff time and say, okay, get it done. No, he has to come back sometime between December or January. I think that's their mark. I truly think this is what they're trying to do. I think they're just going to low manage. Like, again, there's nothing wrong with it, but you just have to low manage properly. But this is the thing. This is what's going to fuck fans up, because if you remember, they did this in Toronto and he won the chip. But this roster is not Toronto. So if you low manage him throughout the year, we get to the playoffs and we fucking lose, we're going to be pissed off as fans. Because you did all this for what? Nothing. We lost. And then
turn on Kawhi.
I don't know about turning, but I mean, probably. But here's the thing. Why would you turn on him? He's not the guy that's in charge of constructing the roster. I think he can still win. I think he's going to have – most people laugh when I say it, but I think Kawhi's going to be in the NBA for a while. I don't think he's going nowhere. I don't. I think if you can – because like he's already said out his own mouth, yeah, it's something I'm going to be dealing with, you know, throughout the course of my career. We're just trying to figure out how we can manage it. Fine. Manage it away. I personally told BJ what needs to be done with him. Oh, the other dude's not on. Yo, BJ, I think he just needs a new meniscus, bro. He needs to go through the Lonzo Ball process. But if you put a new meniscus in, that's probably about a year and a half, 2 years just for that to recover. I don't. This is why I say if you look at the report from the trainer, I think a lot of that shit is true, BJ. I'm not going to lie to you. Because if you look at everything Lawrence Frank has done, you'll say to yourself, wait a minute. This dude may not be necessarily lying. Like, he's talking about, oh, he was being rushed back. The Clippers are in win now mode.
Yeah.
All of this stuff is what we can see as fans. So like, okay, cool.
Yeah. It feel like he's coming back and then having to go back out. He's coming back, having to go back. He's not, it's never he comes back and he's like all the way back.
And that's why I said people, oh, the trainer is lying. I don't think so. I think the trainer, if you look at Kawhi comes off as a guy that if he trusts you, he's going to put his best interest with you. A lot of people are playing the position that his father was supposed to be playing at this point. Because his dad probably would have been responsible for a lot of this. Sit down with the doctors, discuss different things. He's putting his trust in, you know, trainers and probably other people that came up with. I mean, I don't knock him for that. But to fire the trainer, someone that was looking out in his best interest, it's like, wait a minute. It looks like what it looks like to me is they got him. They got what they wanted. They kept the trainer around so he was no longer useful, and then they got rid of him. This is I'm trying to tell people this Lawrence Frank motherfucker, man. This is on him. I'm telling you, BJ. This is this dude, man. But I don't know.
Yeah,
we just got to see.
It's gonna be a lot that's gonna be unveiled this season for sure. I hope he makes it through this year. I really do. I'm tired of seeing him going in and going out, going in, going out. I think we all want to see him on the court for a full, healthy playoff run.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. If you look at Jamal Murray's having the same problem now. Knee stiffness, the knee bothering him. So when they say 2 years for the surgery, it's not recommended, but no one would give you pushback if that's what you wanted to do. Because you got to remember, like, you're going in, you're repairing, fine, but you're also these procedures, it puts a lot of tear, like it you know what I'm saying, after a while. So it's like these guys do need the proper time to heal. How long? Again, I want to know what is he doing in the off season. I saw a report. Patrick Beverly was like, "Yo, he's always hurt because he's a workaholic."
Yep.
If
He's
then if that
overtraining.
so it's training. Then if that's the case, maybe he's overtraining. Putting too much on the knee.
Yeah.
You know, outside of work hours, of course. So I
Hmm.
mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. What you
Yeah.
think?
It sound like that. That sounds exactly right. What Patrick Beverly said. He's overworking his body and he's breaking down. You got to think he's already a two-way player. So throughout the season, he's already have a heavy a workload as it is. Then you combine that with his off-season training, where not only does he work out hard on the court, but he's also one of the hardest workers in the weight room.
Hmm.
So like you combine it, it's like I can agree. I can see what Patrick Beverly's saying. Like he's overloading his body, not giving a chance to rest. I heard Gilbert Arenas say the same thing. Dante Jones told him, who's assistant coach, and said, yeah, he's not getting his body a chance to rest.
Yeah, like because I think Kawhi wants to be great. Like I think Kawhi is like I'm not gonna say he's chasing anything, but I was reading I remember when we got to the Western Conference Finals that year. He was like, I don't give a damn about the Western Conference Finals. I'm trying to win a championship.
Yep.
So I think he's really trying to. I think it's legacy for him. I
Right.
think this is what this is about. I think it's about when I'm going, this is what you're gonna remember me by, not a bunch of money. So when people be like, oh, he doesn't want to play, you know where that narrative started from, right? Fucking Stephen A. Smith. That
Yep.
narrative started from him with oh, he's the worst superstar. How could you call a guy the worst superstar that all he does is work his ass off, bro?
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Like you could tell Stephen A. Smith just has it out for Kawhi. First it was Kwame Brown, then it was Kyrie Irving. Now it's
Mhm.
introduced to Kawhi Leonard.
And I try to tell people like you're getting mad at a player for a ligament within their knee tearing. I try to explain to people like, yo, we don't know our body. We like as humans, one thing I learned in college was you don't have control over these things. You just don't. So it's like he's been playing basketball at a high level for about 12, 13 years at this point. Yo, imagine
Mhm.
driving on the same tires from a car you bought 13 years ago. Yo, them shits is done. Like, there's no tread. The thread at this point is probably gone. So it's like you're getting mad at this guy. It's an 82 game season. Oh, he's not giving you 82 games. Listen, he's been playing this game for the past 13 to 14 years. You expect these guys to slow down at some point. Everybody's LeBron James is endurance. But I try to tell people that the only reason why LeBron did that is because getting hurt just wasn't in his cards. Like if it was in his cards, then there's nothing you could do. God bless that he managed to have a healthy career, but comparing LeBron James to another person is not the best comparison. It's like me trying to compare myself to you. We're two different people. So it's
Right.
like, again, I don't really care. I don't listen to Stephen A anymore. Another thing, yo, you ever seen Stephen A shoot a jump shot? He can't even shoot a proper jump shot. Why am I listening to a guy that can't dribble a ball or shoot a basket? He's a fucking he has a sports journalist degree. I don't give a damn what that means. You got regular people that sit up and commentate and opinionate about the game all day, opinion like an asshole. We all got one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
He said he shot the ball. Yeah, I saw that shit. It was man, it
that
was
shit was
bad.
disgusting. But this is the guy that you're listening to? Okay.
Same thing I'll be saying, man. Listen to the wrong people.
We just got to make some better roster moves, man. We be all right. PJ Tucker, they think they're trying to trade him, but here's the thing. What are you going to trade him for?
Well, he's on contract for 12 mil. He opted
Yeah.
in.
Yep.
Uh, they might have to just buy him out Or they might
Either
just
buy him out or just use him. I think guys like Shea, he could have. I think he would have been good tonight for lockup. Because don't get me wrong, PJ Tucker still could lock up some of the best of them. Not as good as he used to be, but he still could come up, you know, efficient enough. You know what I'm saying? Or where he could put his stamp on the game. From what I read, he never wanted to come to LA though. He didn't want to be traded here. He wanted to stay in Philly. That's what I heard. So, I mean, who knows?
for real.
I don't know, BJ. Like I said, we just got to see at the trade deadline, man.
We got a few months left. It ain't close. We still got some months left before the trade deadline.
Damn sure do. But I was hurt when Paul George left. I was hurt, yo. I was. But I figured he was leaving because I told everybody when I seen him up there with Embiid, I think he tried to use that as a scare tactic. As a, yo, either you pay me or I'm out. And I think, you know, he asked for the 150, but he asked for the no trade. But see, I told people he did that because of what they did to Blake Griffin. So he felt,
Exactly.
if y'all gonna trade me, let me get my money, and then at least I could go somewhere else, and I'm gonna still make my money. I truly think Paul George should have just stayed for the 150. I think he should have just took the 150 and sat his ass down. In my personal opinion, because if you think about it, Philadelphia already had a Paul George. Who's that? James Harden. So both franchises pretty much swapped out players. That's it. He ain't gonna do no different than what he did when James Harden was there. Philly ain't do nothing when Harden was there. What makes you think they ain't gonna do something with Paul George? They're the same player.
I think I would have taken the 152,
Yeah.
but he wanted that trade clause, no trade clause. I get it, like, you know, and just the fact that they wouldn't give it to him just tells me they were looking to trade him. Which
I
I
don't
don't
think
know
you trade
why.
him, but here's the thing: they would have traded him. I think Paul George. I think this is a case of, yo, BJ. We've all been there, bro. When you do something, and at the time you're thinking with emotion instead of logic. I think Paul George thought with emotion versus logic. I think if he was smart, like I said, if I'm him, again, I don't know his financial, but he should be well off. I would have took the 150, stayed, but I would have told Frank, like, yo, listen, bro, we're gonna have to fix this roster. Like, we're gonna have to, Paul could have even took 100. Could have took 100. Left 50 on the table. That 50 could have been used to upgrade the roster. Cause if you think about it, they paid Harden what, 70? How much Derrick James Jones got? No,
30.
Derrick Jones Jr. 30. Why would you pay him 30, BJ?
Because
He
they got
can't.
this narrative that he somehow he shut Paul George down, which that's another story. But
Which was fucking ludicrous. And it's like, love him to death, but he can't score either.
yeah.
Why we didn't look at Thompson or somebody? Yo, even DeRozan. I would have took DeRozan.
I know. I think if James Harden, do you think if James Harden was here, he would have PG would have stayed?
You said, do I think if James Harden wasn't here?
Do you think PG would have stayed?
Yes. Because there would have been more money to offer him. I think Lawrence Frank tried to pay all three of them. But see, you got to remember, BJ.
Still there? You dropped off.
Yeah,
Yo.
BJ, my fault, bro.
No, you good.
So I had it on my phone. So to answer that, yes. But I think he tried to pay all three of them. But see, here's the problem. Lawrence Frank has never won nothing. So you're not proving. You can't sit in there with a guy like Paul George and say, hey, take less. I'm going to put a winning roster. We're going to win. When he looked behind you on that case, ain't no trophies back there. Motherfucker looking at you like, why should I believe in you for? That's why I said if we would have got Bob Myers, I don't think Paul George would have left. I think Paul George would have been like, you know what? I'm going to take the less money. This guy won up in the Bay. He can do the same for us. I just think Paul looked at it as they didn't have a legitimate chance of winning. So that's why I think he ultimately made that decision. And plus the money as well. But I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think Philly is going to win anything either. Philly ain't no better. Joel Embiid is always hurt. So who knows?
Mm.
And Paul been looking, I ain't going to lie, early in the season, but he been looking bad, BJ. He ain't been looking good. See, and that's what I told people. They was like, oh, he's better than Tobias Harris. Yo, BJ, we watched him for 5 years, bro. I don't think so. I think they're the same player, bro. I think Philly fans is about to find that out the hard way.
Well, I think he's still
Efficient, yeah.
He was an all-star last year. But it's just I don't think with PG, man, he ain't had a chance because his co-star's always been out. Kawhi's always, if you look at his whole career, right? Look at him in Indiana, look at him OKC, him with the Clippers.
Mm.
Who was his best teammates he done had? Who's his best teammate in Indiana?
I'm gonna say his best. Yeah, you're right about that.
Who's his best teammate?
Who would you say is his best?
Exactly. I would say it would be Roy Hibbert.
Yeah.
So
I would say either Roy or I want to say what, Lance Stevenson probably.
Those are see what I'm saying? Those are guys that you don't even think about. Those are role players. Those are his best players. So who was his best player in OKC?
Russ.
Now, remember, people make fun of him to this day. So Russ, great talent. I respect Russ. I mean, I ain't a Russ. I respect him though, because I was old enough to remember how he was in OKC, like what he brought and what he accomplished there. But okay, you got Russ, and who was his best teammate with the Clippers?
Kawhi.
And the guy who was 4 out of 5 years ain't been beside him.
Yeah.
So this man has never had a real opportunity outside of some spot years to even accomplish anything. He had an old ass Carmelo Anthony who was past his prime. He had Russell Westbrook who was great in his heyday, but Kevin Durant left him for a reason. He couldn't leave. He couldn't win with him. And then you got Kawhi Leonard who's out 4 out of 5 straight years, couldn't be on the court. So he's never had an opportunity really to compete for a title. Like, he came here to be the second option. He didn't come here to change life and be the first option here. So when they were on the court together, I show people this screenshot all the time. I mean, they were 66%. They were 60% winning percentage. They were dominant, but because Kawhi couldn't stay healthy more times than not, and Paul George to an extent sometimes missing a playoff in 2023, he couldn't. He ever had a chance to even compete. But now that you put him in Philly, I think Embiid, because he finished last year. Embiid's thing is he gets hurt, but he always plays. He still will finish the playoffs. Like Kawhi, when he gets hurt, he will sit out. He's not coming back. Embiid will at least play. So if you give me that, and then you give me a guy like Tyrese Maxey, who's a young up-and-coming star, and you look at Philly team around, they got some gritty guys. They got Kelly Oubre, they got Caleb Martin, that guy Gershop Yabusele. They got this new kid named Jared McCain who had a breakout game yesterday. Like, they got some pieces over there. I'm interested to see how that team looks full strength. But, I mean, as far as Paul George, he's never had an opportunity really outside of a couple 2 to 3 years and 14 seasons to really have a full his guys really there, his full team there. Like when he had Indiana, they almost knocked out LeBron. If it wasn't for LeBron, in Miami, he would have been in. He could have been in the finals.
Yeah, he could have. He was balling. He was.
So, look at this. He said Roy Hibbert, Lance Stevenson, and Danny Granger. Come on,
No,
man.
you know what? Danny Granger. I would say Granger. But see, Granger was that guy before he started getting hurt. We remember Granger, bro. Granger was tough. That was my boy. He used to violate LeBron. That was my dude.
Mhm.
Started getting hurt.
Yeah, that's who PG took. That was the spot he took.
Yeah.
Because that was his mentor. He didn't really get a chance to play with him. He just, he mentored him. But
Yo, I
man.
remember when watching that Indiana series. I'm like, yo, who's this kid? Number 13, George. Okay, dude, pretty nice. You do some research on him. Cause I'm from New York, so at the time we in New York. I'm like, the fuck is Palmdale? Where's that at? Cause it's funny how life come full circle. Like right now, I live in LA, so it's like I didn't know what that place was. So then I fast forward, I move out here. Like, yo, I got a lot of respect for Paul. If you live anywhere in Southern California, like if you've been anywhere in like to LA, you've been to Palmdale, bro. That shit is it's like desecrated. There's nothing out there. So it's like
Right.
to see that, it's like, yo, you made it from this. I got respect for you, bro. Like, I'm not mad at you. I do want him to win. I just, you know what I'm saying? I just particularly don't care for him no more because he left us. Like when he was like, oh, I'm loyal to Kawhi. If you was loyal, why you didn't just take the money, bro? Why you ain't just take the money and stay with us if you loyal? Like, I was pissed when he left.
And a lot of people were, man. And that's where I think that's why I respect you for saying that, because people want to make it about, oh, he said this about something on his podcast. That's why people had to axe the ground with. I'm like, nah, nigga, y'all mad because this dude left the team and it got worse. Your chances went down when that man left the squad.
Yeah.
Just say that. If that's the case, then say that. But don't bring this shit up with, oh, he had said this was the B team. That he was, that's bullshit. You mad because this dude left the team. And like I said, I wanted Paul to stay too. But I felt that Lawrence Frank tried to shortchange him. They tried to trade him. They thought that they thought that they can get him for the cheap. They started him on a low ball and expected him to take it. I'm a former player, bro, so I understand this stuff. Like, when you talk about money and contracts, you pay what a dude is worth. When you talk about being worth and these other guys around the league getting this type of bread and this type of money, and he was just a former all-star last year, for you to come to me for 2 years, 60 starting off at the beginning of the season shows me that you don't really appreciate what I bring to the team.
No, Frank said that he got the numbers wrong. He was like, we offered him 60 plus his extension number. So what was the extension number? If the extension number was 150 plus that 60, because I know how to do math.
He said 110, but okay.
210.
That's what Lawrence Frank said, 110. Like, he said they didn't add the option year. So Paul had another year left on his contract. He had another year left where he could have opted in. He chose to opt out of that contract, which was for $50 million. But you don't count in a contract. Okay, if I pay you a 4-year, let's say $150 million deal, you've done 3 years, you completed 3 years, you still got one more year left. I'm not counting the year that you have remaining. I'm talking about the money that you're going to be offering on the new contract. Get me? The new contract was going to be 2 years, $60 million. That's what they officially offered. The same thing with Harden. They offered James Harden essentially the same thing they offered Paul George at the beginning of the year last year. That's what they offered him.
That's crazy.
That is crazy. That's wild. But he's carried the team for the last 4 years, bro. I mean, shit. If we're gonna be honest, and Kawhi's my favorite player, but I tell people this all the time. When we talk about 2021 year, Kawhi goes down, Paul George gets us to the conference finals. We talk about the next year in the play-in when Kawhi misses the whole year. Paul George comes back from that torn UCL. He plays. He gets us into the play-in. Then the year after that, both of them were low managing a lot like that year in 22, 2023. And he talked about this past year in 2023, 2024, that final month when Kawhi got hurt, we had to still win out against Cleveland, Denver, and Phoenix. We won all those games with Paul George carrying. So it's like, shit, like he's done it multiple times.
Yeah, I agree.
But
my nephew was asking me the other day. He's like, "Yo, you think Paul George will come back?" I was like, "Can't get him back unless you trade for him, and the money got to match, bro. No one in Philly ain't getting rid of him."
yeah, I'm actually happy though he's in Philly because I think they'll use him better over there. I think they'll use him better in Philly. I mean, yeah, his shooting percentage ain't great, but I've been watching his games. He's using him. He had 9 assists yesterday, and because Philly don't have their full team, like they don't have all their scores, it's shrinking the court where he's not getting a lot of space to score. Like they're just getting double teamed like damn near every time he touches the ball. So he's having to find out and kick the ball out to shooters and shit like that. But once Embiid come back, once Maxey come back, he's gonna have more space to operate.
Yeah,
So,
should have more space. I agree. You just gotta see, man.
yeah, man. So let me go to this man happy man. He got Kirk in the building.
What's good,
Kirk?
BJ? What's good, BJ? I just seen you had this late chat. He says this Norman Powell's team. I'm not gonna lie, I seen a little bit of this game. I was at work, bro, but I was seeing Norman Powell's I mean, yeah, he's been balling, bro. I mean, but to be honest with you, he always been balling. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like he's always been the third, technically the third best scorer on the Clippers, bro. Like, I mean, even when Paul George and Kawhi was there, Norman Powell always been that consistent scorer, especially in that 2023 playoff run when Kawhi went down and PG wasn't available. I mean, he was definitely balling. So, I mean, if you want to say it's his, you don't think it's his team, right, BJ? Or you just asking the question? That was just
this is Norman Powell's team right now until Kawhi comes back.
Okay, I'm not mad at that because I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he was balling, bro. And like I said, I didn't. When I seen chat went down, bro, I'm not gonna lie, I still had OKC winning because to me, OKC was kind of holding back. I think Shea was just holding back. I think Shea wasn't. I won't even say he was holding back, but like OKC's like a full blown team and they play team basketball. So when I seen chat went down, I was like, oh, Shea's gonna have to drop like 40 tonight, and that's exactly what he did. So, but it was still a good game, bro. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Norman Powell and the team kept it together. James Harden played a good game. I only seen bits and pieces of this game, so I'm not gonna act like I've seen the whole game. But
me too. I was asleep, so when I woke up, bro, I caught they were down 58-86.
Max, bro.
I'm like, what the?
Yeah, bro. I was at work, but I was watching the game on my phone a little bit. But I'm like, I figured that Shea was gonna go off because he hasn't been playing Shea basketball because he's been trying to win games. You can tell Shea's been playing casual basketball for the whole year. He could have been average like 32. He could have came out this season and averaged like 33 a game. But he's like, nah, I'm trying to set my teammates up. I'm trying to take a back seat. Chat went down. I said, bro, he's about to go insane today. So I'm like, he had a great game. Jay Williams, to me, I keep comparing this man. I'm not saying he's Anthony Edwards, bro, but that nigga is tough though. But his game is kind of limited. Obviously, he still goes to that left pull up. He loves that left pull up so much. But yeah, nah, bro. I mean, OKC's a deep team. They just showing you their chemistry. They just got good chemistry, and so does the Clippers. But yeah, OKC they got really good chemistry, bro. But let's be honest though, Chat's still that's a big piece, bro. So I'm interested to see how OKC is gonna play. Like right now, they're gonna be like right now. You're about to see the shade I was playing, the shade I was in 2022, 2023 when they went to the play-in. Like that shit, you're probably gonna see that Shea right there. Like then Shea, I mean, we all know he can average 30 if he wants to. So that's exactly he's gonna be doing. He's gonna be doing that until Chat comes back. He's probably gonna be averaging like 33 a game, bro. Like it's gonna be something insane like that. Like he can do it, but he doesn't want to do it. He wants to win games. So good game by the Clippers, bro. I mean, the Clippers been impressive, bro. I'm not gonna lie. The two teams that have been impressed me the NBA season, bro, is the Clippers and the Warriors. I didn't think the Warriors were gonna be this good. I thought Warriors were gonna be some shit, but
Me too.
not.
I thought they was gonna stink up the joint, man.
Bro, me too. Bro, they surprised me, bro. I thought they was gonna be some shit.
True.
They surprised the shit out of me, bro. But they still got blown out by Cleveland, so that still kind of make them feel like they're like frauds a little bit. But Cleveland's been hot, but they got blown up by like 30 points. I was like, what the fuck? I guess they fell asleep that game, but good game by the Clippers, bro. I'm not mad. Y'all just faced a really good team with good chemistry that needed a win. They couldn't lose two. They couldn't think about it. The Thunder couldn't lose 2 games at home back to back. That's insane, bro. That was a must-win game by the Thunder. That was a must-win game, bro. They couldn't do that, bro.
So what's good, Just Blaze?
What you think about the game, BJ?
I thought we had opportunities to win. I thought,
Heard that.
Mistakes by somebody,
You talking about
cost
James
us a
Harden?
game. Yeah, and then free throws missed and turnovers, and we had a rhythm going in the third quarter, getting back into that game, and then we went away from it. So, yeah, it's a lot of stuff I could say.
Clippers playing good, man. They're playing great, to be honest with you. For the most part, like you just said. So James Harden had like a couple turnovers. I gotta watch this game.
So he had 5 turnovers.
Damn. It's weird, bro. It's like he plays good and bad, and I don't know. I can't. James Harden's a weird player, bro. One good play, he gives you one bad play, I guess.
Yeah, he's looking more like a role player.
That's not good.
He's looking more and more like a role player.
Wow.
I'm good at all, man.
I'm about to say, like, who else was like scoring? I mean, it was Norman Powell, James Harden, and who else? Zubac. He was a big effect.
Zubac.
Kevin Porter Jr. Was he cool?
He actually was a little bit bad.
Damn.
Today he was not that good today.
I got you.
But other than that, certain guys, I think stepped up. I thought Amir Coffey stepped up.
Okay.
But, Chris Dunn is not the guy that's scoring a lot of points, but he's just a guy that's always in the right positions and things of that nature. I like his confidence. Terrence Mann once again had 18 minutes. I don't know about T-Man. What's going to happen to him, man? I don't know what's going to happen to him.
18 minutes, and how you give him 18 minutes? What the fuck?
Who they gave 18 minutes to?
Terrence Mann.
Nigga ain't shit. Motherfucker don't deserve that.
And then Shea dropped 45. Like, what the? Like, come on,
but I
bro.
had somebody arguing that he was Terrence Mann is one of the best defenders. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
for 40 on his head tonight, bro.
Yeah, he was cooking everybody. I gotta watch his game.
Everybody, man. Shay's, man, he's another one. He uses the rules against people. He uses the rules to get fouls called, and man, they blowing that whistle for that dude.
I just seen that shit, bro. He had 16 free throws.
16 free throws, bro.
Hey, bro, no, Shea, yeah, bro. You could tell Shea, like, it's not like James Harden, though. I ain't gonna lie, it's not like him, but he definitely knows how to get that whistle blown. Anthony Edwards said that shit, though, bro. He said that, bro. He was like, damn, like, this nigga get a whistle every time.
Can't touch him.
You can't. It's crazy because it's like you can't touch him, but he also can cook you. So it's kind of like,
yeah. It's like you can't. It puts you at a disadvantage on defense. You got a guy who don't even. That's what was James Harden's thing back in the day. Like that's why LeBron played with his hands behind his back at that play, and when he was in Houston, like he's already talented with the ball. He don't need all these fouls called for him, but y'all are helping him out. That's how I feel about Shea.
That's a good point, BJ. I did feel like that way. I mean, I felt strong. I ain't gonna say I felt strongly, but there was a point in time I was like, damn, Shea's getting a lot of free throws. But he did show me last playoffs that he don't need a free throw to like score. It's not like that, man. It's not even that he can't score, but like you just said, that he does manipulate the rules. I mean, but he does it like he does it so textbook though. He's not doing it. I don't think he does it like, damn, I'm trying to get my points. Shea does it like I'm trying to win the game. I feel as though James Harden was like, I'm gonna get my points whether you like it or not. I'm gonna hook you. Shea's like, look, if this is how they're gonna call it, I'm gonna play like this, just for us to win the game. But if that's how I think Shea plays, I don't think it's anything with like anything wild or like he's like, oh, I'm trying to like get this bucket. I'm trying to get my points tonight. Like, nah. Shea was like, nah, I need to score. And if I have to get this free throw like this, then I'm gonna have to get it like this. That shoulder bump too, bro. I mean, I didn't watch the game. I'm gonna watch this game, bro. I watched some of the game. I didn't watch all this game.
Well, all right, y'all. We're gonna get ready to end the show here since it's been about 2 hours capping. But
damn.
Yeah, man.
All right, bro.
All right, BJ.
All right, BJ. You stay, buddy.
All right, bro.
All right. Let's see. Said Tim Curry said a lot of questionable calls. Yep, a lot of questionable calls. He said Shea is overrated without free throws. He not shit. Oh, you a Mavs fan? I forgot. Shea was cooking y'all last year. He was really the best player in that series, to be honest with you. Luka wasn't shit that series. And no, Kyrie wasn't shit in that series. Yeah, it was like 15 points. Shea gave y'all 30. Yeah, Shea used the rules against him, but he was cooking y'all ass. But yeah. Appreciate y'all coming in, man. Appreciate y'all, participating in the live today. I definitely appreciate it, man. We're gonna talk about this, later. Clippers play Houston back-to-back games Wednesday and Friday. We're gonna talk about it. But until next time, Public C, Public Trap Live. Peace. Out of here like swim well.
I'm feeling good, feeling alright tonight. I'm feeling good now. Yeah, it's all good in the neighborhood, homie. Living wild. I feel good, I feel alright. Cruising through my neighborhood on a warm summer night. I feel good. That's right, I feel good now. Summer night. Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on, drop. All the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. I just kicked it at home. I polished up the chrome, called the Ruka on the phone, let her know I'm home alone. It's 7:30 and the sun's going down. It's a summer night and the fun's going down. I pick her up and she looks all dolled up. Sitting passenger in my rag and Paula. Yeah, I let her know that she looks beautiful to me. The world's an ugly place, but she is such a sight to see. The kind of woman that would put up a fight for me. The kind that wants to spend the summer nights with me. The temp was 80 and I'm cruising with my lady. Playing some Rafi Pagan, ooh baby, baby. I see my homeboys and the cruising in the ride. With their ladies sitting by their side. People think we look crazy, but I think we look classy. But then again, that's only if you ask me. Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on, drop. All the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. My homeboys throwing the backyard boogie, so everybody gets together to unwind, relax, and have a fun time. The DJ spinning, so I grab the mic and be like, ain't nothing like them summer nights. The party's packed with beautiful women and the gang of the homies that wanna get with them. And they'll say anything just to hit them. And it's usually a nice summer night when they did them. I don't know, it must be something in the air. Can't help but have a good time because the feeling is there. To some people, the feeling is rare. They're at the past saying, God damn, I wish I was there. To have a drink, have a token, hook up with someone fine, but the kind that looks up. Gotta keep some pisto in the cup. Party until the sun comes up, but we give up.
Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on drop, all the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop. Party until the morning light. Ain't nothing like them summer nights.
Them summer nights can keep a smile on your face. Gotta try to have a good time with your life, otherwise it's just a waste. Either way, I'm gonna party just in case. Like Prince party like it was 99 and 87, 88. I couldn't ask for no better weather. I'm right next to the Pacific, to be specific. The candy paint job glows under the moonlight as I close out my summer night and say goodnight. It's time to put the top up and park it. Drop it, unplug the ground, roll up the windows and lock it. Walk in the pad and fall into bed as she lays on my chest to rest her sleepy head. And we do this all night long, from dusk till dawn. But it's not quite the same when summer nights are gone. But even when they're gone, it won't be long. 8 more months and once again it's on.
Summer days just sitting around, but when the sun goes down, I'll be ready to party. Ain't nothing like them summer nights. Keep the top on drop, all the girls looking hot, hit the photo and we just don't stop.